I've kind of been building this group a little bit over the last few weeks to be able to do to have some of the skills and knowledge to do the full healing meditation session. I kind of didn't realize that it was as advanced as it has become. So all of the things that we're doing here facilitate that. And, you know, it's all facilitating our own optimum healing state, our own state of optimum healing, which isn't a fixed thing. So like that, it's like our mind, you know, our optimum healing state. If we start to get there, and for me, the beginning of the experience of optimum healing state is when we start to notice ourselves being in a relaxed state instead of a stress state. You know, when we start to notice ourselves relaxing, and we concentrate and reflect on that. And we continue our practice, which has helped us to relax. Yes, when we keep repeating that practice, whether it's breathing or something else, we keep repeating it and we relax more and more. That's the simplest way of stepping into the optimum healing state. And I don't consider optimum healing state as a result, yes, but as something that we're experiencing in the present because of choices that we have implemented within ourselves. And those choices are small choices like, you know, this breath, healing, and so on. It's all very, very small stuff. I won't go into all of that again. But those small choices allow us to make deeper changes in ourselves than a bigger choice, if you like. Or we can have the bigger choice, but the implementation of it is a lot of smaller choices, you know, because obviously we're all here in order to heal. So that's the bigger choice. So that's kind of a given. So it's all the smaller choices. And when we make enough and when we do that for long enough, then the optimum healing state, where we're relaxed, we're aware, we're experiencing a healthy process within our body and our mind, and we're initiating that and maintaining that moment to moment. And then some moments our mind is gone, and similarly, you know, our optimum healing state goes up and down as well. So we have to deal with this reality in our lives and in our minds, which is inconsistent. It's not fixed. So and I think it's really important to understand is that sometimes people talk to me about achievement, and for me, the achievement is the practice. So it's not what I did. The achievement is the doing. So it's a different orientation, and that orientation is really, really useful, because our mind, when achievement is put into the present, into the process of doing, of meditating, of healing, then we're not actually putting it into the expectation of, I'm going to be able to walk 10 steps by the end of the week or whatever. We're not going there. All our energy is going into healing in the here and now. That's the approach that I suggest. There is you can imagine walking and stuff like that, and that's part of the healing meditation process, because I think there's better ways of doing it. So that's why I'm laying all these foundations in order to do that better. I would just take the starting place is the same. Just focus on the breath, leaving the body, and relaxing with it. Feeling that relaxed state is the beginning, the opening of the optimum healing state. So what I'd like you to do, we'll spend 10 minutes on this if there is the response. I know it might be difficult to do for so too difficult. And yeah, close your eyes.
Gabby.
And relax. Close your eyes and let go. And whether you have strong thoughts or strong feelings or sensations, say yes. Accept that this experience is here now. Yes. When we have this acknowledgement, this inner acknowledgement, this acceptance, we have more space inside ourselves. We can feel more relaxed. Yes. Yes means that I'm accepting this experience. I'm not rejecting it. So I'm having a healthy relationship with this experience. Yes, I'm accepting this experience right now. This is part of my process of being healthier. When we continuously say yes and accept our present experience, the struggle we have, the distraction we have inside ourselves, it gets quieter. Even if you had the thought that this was nonsense, we can just say, yes, I have this thought that this is nonsense. There's no need to struggle. Not here, not doing this. Step by step, we're becoming more aware. And just like a person walking over a mountain becomes better informed of his direction as he becomes more aware of the mountain, our awareness helps us. Noticing ourselves being aware helps us to be present. And it's in the present that we can really make changes. So from this relaxed place, I want you to imagine a doorway into that aspect of yourself, which is unlimited imagination. Just having the intention. Our mind isn't split into 3D chunks of data. Just the intention and relaxing with the intention, being patient. You will know when you are in that part of yourself of unlimited imagination. When you imagine something, that's not just a distraction, that's not just a habit, but there's something different to it. So the door between you and unlimited imagination, it's made up of your unlimited imagination. So imagine what kind of doorway would be a doorway to unlimited imagination. Notice how you go through the doorway. You go through in a wheelchair? Do you go bouncing? Do you go rolling? Do you go flying? So in the realm of unlimited imagination, I want you to imagine something that's impossible. I invite you to come on a journey. The journey starts off with you as you are, your physical position. But this is in the realm of unlimited imagination. So you can just get up and climb out the window if you want. And in the distance, there are some mountains. I want you to travel to the beginning of the mountains. So the end of the city, the suburbia, the farmland. So we're really leaving behind the human world. You can travel any way you want. Feel the air on your face. You're moving fast, the blur of colors as you move past things. When you arrive at the beginning of the mountains, you can smell that it's different. What is that smell? We're going to take you on a journey into the mountains. And for this journey, you really will have to use your unlimited imagination because this journey is not for wheels. You can have a 3D mechanized frame which walks for you if you want. You can do anything. Whatever image makes you happy. It makes you excited. We're going to go into nature. So we want to be able to be quiet as well so we can hear it and experience it. We want to protect the experience a bit. So probably a bulldozer is not the way to go up the mountain. So what way do we go up the mountain? What way do you go up the mountain? Maybe just walking. Maybe with hiking boots. Looking at the trees. Going uphill step by step. You can have walking sticks if you want to help with balance. Going up the mountain is going through this forest, and you can hear somewhere the sound of a stream, and you decide to check it out because it's just so beautiful. You put your hand into the stream, feel the cold water flowing through your fingers, and stick your fingers into the stony, muddy bank and swirl it around. You can even bend over and wash your face into it, but it is cold. You collect the water in your hands and throw it all over your face and your hair and your head. Lift your chin up. A little bit of sunshine comes through the branches there by the river. You feel very peaceful. Things feel very still. At the same time, you can hear the stream gargling. You have been told, you've heard, it's rumored that there is a cave. And it's a cave where people go when they want something special, something really important. They can find the cave, and if you can go inside, it's possible for you to get some help. That's the rumor. Oh, you've got your favorite packed lunch with you, and you can eat a little bit more now. What have you not had in so long? So you have a little bit of that and start walking up along the side of the stream. And you see a bit ahead of you a waterfall. It's not very big, but climbing up it will be very difficult and dangerous. It's all wet and mossy, and it's loud. It's really loud. And you climb up and around the side of it, and you go up above it, and you can see for a good distance then along the line of the stream, and there's nothing obvious of any special cave. You have some feelings about not finding it. Maybe it was just a myth. You come back down to the waterfall and you sit there. It's a beautiful place to sit. And the sound is so loud, it kind of drives every thought from your head. And you look at it. And you look into it. You see the shadow behind it, darkness behind it. And you go a bit closer. So you see something which you're curious about. And it looks like the cave is behind the waterfall. And if it is there, the only way is by walking or swimming and climbing through that flow of water. Well, you're not going to let a bit of water stop you. And it's a bit of a tricky climb. There's some very wet stones and stuff. You might have to go down on all fours or whatever method you have. But you're going to get wet and you're going to feel the weight of that water. And you stick your head through. The sound is similar, but it's dark in front of you. You go through, and to one side, where a little bit of light comes in, there's a pool. There's a hole in the rocks, pool, small pool of water. You take your time and you explore. You have a choice of sitting there for a while and letting a message come to your mind. Or you go back deeper into the cave and there's some writing etched in to the rock. This is your message. It's not for me to tell you. So listen and look and hear that message. Sometimes the message is more of a sensation or a direction or a confirmation. When you've got some kind of message and you're happy to return, then you can climb out and return back to your home, to your body in your own time. I'll wait for a couple of minutes. And you can then open your eyes. But wait until you've got your message first. Wait until you've got some direction. I ask you to return to your bodies, your consciousness to come back into your body. Feel the weight of your body. See what it's like with your eyelids closed. Notice your sensations, your sensation of breathing. You can open your eyes. I hope you enjoy that, a little brief step outside. When you, the more open you make yourself to this kind of experience, when we're having that experiencing in our imagination ourselves climbing up in the mountain, in our imagination, it's true, it's real. And so that has an impact on it, that has an effect on us. To imagine ourselves doing it is fantastic. We feel fantastic. As one note on it is that we do this exercise of imagination in the present, not something that we're hoping or waiting to happen in the future. So more of our energy is in the present, because if we put it into a future event, if we put the exercise into a future event, then the energy remains in the future. We don't get the benefits, all the benefits that we can from the exercise, unless we have it in the present. So we imagine ourselves in the present. So I got John mentioned, like, the wedding, which is fantastic, and we all mentioned, I think, things that we want to do. So there is a future dimension, but our imagining takes place in the present. So I'd like to use the first time doing this, so you have an opportunity to share your experience. The more meditation that you do and more of this kind of work that you do, the easier this type of journey takes. It just becomes easier. And in our own way, what we're doing is quite advanced. So I'll just give you the opportunity to share your experience. If you have a question, if you got a message or a sense of direction, or if it was really confused, what your experience was like in the cave. If there was something that you experienced which you can learn from. So I'll just share mine, and if you want to, if you can type in on that. Mine's really simple. Mine was quite vocal. Sometimes I don't get any oral message. I don't get a message in words. It's a sense of where something is right or where something is wrong, maybe a direction, not right or wrong in the judgmental sense, but the right direction. Yeah. So what I got this time was just it was keep doing it. That was it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. That's all. I wasn't getting anything very esoteric. Just keep doing it. It can be really that simple, and getting that sort of message is an inner validation. Because I'm already doing it, so that was it. Just keep doing it, and so that was it. There was nothing new in that sense, for me, but there was a validating, a deep validating experience. So So does anybody want to share their experience?
Yes, that was awesome. Thank you. To the cave. clear as day, just said, by his stripes, I have healed. Clear as day.
Fantastic. That's great, John. And from Amy, I had a similar message of it's all good. And what's interesting with these kind of messages and experience, it's impersonal. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's coming from you. So, and it's coming from you in a deep place. So it can really help relieve a deep anxiety, and it can really give express a deep sense of trust, which I think all three of us have said in different ways. You know, somebody say something, I miss it. A really deep sense of trust, which is such a wonderful experience when we're so challenged by having so many things taken away from us. Yeah, Joanne.
Yeah, I just John's here. I agree with John that it was awesome. John, through yes, no questions just now, he said it was one of the more relaxing meditations. And I just want to tell you that I relaxed too. I actually dozed off for a few minutes. so that I was that relaxed. So thank you.
You're welcome. So, just time check. We've got a few minutes past the hour. So I'm a little bit funny today with my throat and stuff like that. We're all good here. So, this is the work. This is it. Take the inspiration, and if you didn't have to get a really clear message, well, you sort of sometimes it takes a little bit of time to reflect on what the experience was, and sometimes there's an absence of experience as well. So that's worth sharing too. It's not about scoring points. You know what I mean? Yeah. But by engaging, we enliven our process. By sharing our experience, we enliven that. We recognize it, we value it, we appreciate it, we share that with other people. So it's all enriching. And I better leave it there. And so for this week, it was great to see you. It is nearly 10 past. So unless you have, I'll wait for a minute or two. Unless you have any questions or you want to say anything else, we'll see you next week. Thank you, Sherry. It's great to see you.